guys, hope you're all doing well. It's AviationGames here, bringing you another full flight video. Today we are here at Plage, going to London Heathrow, and we're taking the Aerosoft Airbus A319 from, as I say, Plage to Heathrow. Estimated flight time for this about an hour. This was requested to me by KK Franorge, and I'm sorry if I got the pronunciation of that wrong. I think it's right. But yeah, it was requested to me for my last flight where I did the EasyJet route from Murcia to Bristol. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend watching it as well. But this one is, as I say, Paris Place to Heathrow, going to be cruising flight of 160. And British Airways don't actually fly this route, so this is just going to be Speedbird 28 Papa, and Papa for positioning flight. It's just taking this bird back to London Heathrow. So without further ado, going to get inside, start setting up, and getting away for London Heathrow. Okay guys, here we are inside the flight deck. We are in a complete and utter cold and dark state, so gonna start by putting on the batteries and bring on the external power. Super. After that, we can do an Apu Fire Test. It's good. The engine 1 and the engine 2. Good. We can align the IRSs to the nav position. Super. Then I'm going to come down and turn on the beacon and the nav and logo lights. We'll take some overhead integrity because it's a little dark. The seatbelt signs and passenger signs can all come on, and are in the emergency exit lights. We'll leave the APU for now until we are more or less ready for pushback and startup. So, initialization page, we are going from Lima Foxtrot Alpha Tango to London Heathrow, but I've got company route saved, so if I put that in, it should bring me the company route. There we go, it's loading in. We can align the IRSs, and Speedbird 28 Papa is our flight number. Cost index, we'll use 25, and flight level 160. In that goes. Right, let me load the fuel, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so all the fuel is loaded. We just need to load it actually into the aircraft. So initialize the load sheet, and we just go and open the doors. And then we can start boarding and load the cargo and the fuel. Super. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, I just loaded it instant because there was something really weird happening there. Anyway, the fuel on board, if I turn on the ECAN displays, we can see 5.3, so we'll take the block to be 5.4. And all is good there. So we go to the flight plan, just make sure every waypoint is in there. Leaving Yankee Delta, then Sandy, yeah. And then Heathrow, it's only 111 miles for the flight. And we'll go to the performance page. We're going to be using flaps 2 out of here. It gives us 91 as a V1, 120 as a VR, and 124 as a V2. We'll flex to a temperature of 38 degrees, which is not very much if I'm honest, but yeah, it's going to have to do for us today. So that's pretty much it. We'll set the radio control panels on. Set Unicom 122.8. And get connected to VATSIM and Speedbird 28 Papa. Okay guys, so that's us connected to VATSIM, flight plan filed, and all of that good stuff. So we'll turn on displays. Cool. Right, we're pretty much ready for push and start. Just need to find out what the QNH is here. and it is currently 1017. So we'll set 1017 as the QNH. Set the speed I'm trying to remember what it was. 124. We'll set it 130. And 5,000 feet initially out of here. All's good. We'll set the ECAM displays to the engines. And set this back to the flight plan page. And then we are ready for push and start. So I'm going to go and set my squawk to 2000. And get the doors closing up. We'll fire up the APU now. And all the fuel pumps can come on. And let me set the parking brake. Remove the wheel chocks and the traffic cones. We'll leave the external power in for now until the APU starts. And just seeing if it's available, which it's not. We can close up the doors. Cool, they are closed. And as I say, we're just waiting on the APU to start up. It's nearly there. There we go. APU is available. We'll turn on the bleed, get rid of the external power, and disconnect the external power. Okay, awesome. Let's get pushing back then. Pushback is complete. Engine 2 stable. We'll start number 1 and wait for it to come alive. Annoying thing is GSX wouldn't let me push back from the gate that we were on, so yeah, we kind of just had to settle with the default pushback. Bit annoying, but it does the job, I suppose. So we can turn on the taxi lights and the turn-offs, and then we're just waiting for engine 1 to stabilize. Whenever this green line turns horizontal rather than vertical, it'll be stabilized. There we go. So, ignition mode to normal. We can set the flaps to 1, arm the ground spoilers, get rid of the APU, and that's everything, isn't it? Yeah, it looks to be everything. Actually, the flaps are set to, we're setting the flaps to 2, aren't we? Yeah, so flaps are now in takeoff. We'll do a flight control check. So ailerons, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and the rudder, we've got full left, full right, neutral. Good stuff. Right, let's get going. Status is normal, so we're good to taxi. Alright guys, here we are approaching runway 06, so I'm going to go ahead and get lined up because there is literally no other traffic here at all. It's going to be a rolling takeoff,
Approaching
so
0,
we
6.
shall turn on the landing lights, the strobes, everything's ready to go. Set the TCAS to TA-RA, tilt above, and away we go. Just going out this way first of all, so that we can use up as much runway as possible.
On runway 06.
There we go.
900 meters remaining.
This is what
Caution,
I mean.
Short runway, short runway.
It is a very short runway. However, there's V1. And there's rotate. That's a positive rate of climb, we can take the gear up. And start the left turn towards Lima Yankee Delta. Right into a cloud, lovely. Okay, I'm going to set the speed up to 220 knots, bring the throttle lever back to climb. And we'll let the autopilot take over from here. Disarm the ground spoilers. Going through a nice cloud at the minute. You can take the flaps up to 1. Literally cannot see a thing through this cloud. There we go, breaking out of it. Sort of. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we can bring the flaps up now. And let the autopilot manage our speed, or the auto throttle I should say. Those clouds look absolutely amazing. I'm just in awe of how you can get clouds that look so good in a simulator, like honestly. If any of you want to get these clouds, I'll leave a link to the link that you can get them from in the description, and I'll probably make a video on how you install them. It's really not that hard at all. You literally just replace all the default textures. I mean, you can back up the default ones if you want, but honestly, I didn't do it and nothing has happened. So yeah, I'll leave a link to those clouds in the description if any of you want to see them or download them. Right, let's get climbing up to cruise flight level 160, and I'll pick it up whenever we begin to plan our arrival into London Heathrow. Alright guys, welcome back, and I know that wasn't really very much. I don't even think I'm going to do a cinematic for it because it was literally such a short cruise, so there isn't even enough footage. Anyhow, we are flight level 160 inbound Biggin, and we need to be flight level 90 or below by Biggin. So we'll go flight level 80 I think, by the time we reach Biggin. Which is in about 30 miles or so. So we'll start that descent down. And the weather at Heathrow, I just need to have a look. It's going to be ILS runway 09 or left, as the winds are 020 degrees at 13 knots, varying between 350 and 060 degrees. There's 10 kilometers or more visibility, and there's broken clouds at 1,700 feet. The temperature of 14 degrees, dew point of 8 degrees, and a QNH of 1021. So there's high pressure. No ATC online at Heathrow, from what I can see at the minute. It might change when we get down there, but the only London ATC that's online is Gatwick Tower and Stansted Tower at the minute. Alright guys, we are just about overhead Biggin at the minute, so we're going to leave Biggin on a heading of 290 degrees at 8,000 feet. Continue slowing down to about 230 knots. Then I'm just going to check if there's a discontinuity. There's not. That's okay. And then we can pretty much just vector ourselves in from here, which I'm going to do. So we'll descend down to 6,000 feet. Get rid of that VS. Don't know what it's doing. There we go. So, descend down to 6,000 feet on the QNH of 1021, which we may as well set now. We don't have far to go. Anti-skid and nose wheel steering is off for some reason. That should be on. I'm going to set the auto brakes to medium. Actually, we can set them to low. It's London Heathrow and we're an A319. We really don't need them. The length of Heathrow's runway. We can arm the ground spoilers, and if this is what our FPS is like at the minute, then when we get onto the ground at Heathrow, it's going to be, I don't know, it's not looking good guys, is it, the FPS? But, I mean, come on, it is London Heathrow after all. We're never going to have good frames there. Coming up with 6,000 feet. I'm going to decrease the range to 20 nautical miles now. And we are about 25 miles out, I think. 28, 27 according to the MCDU. So once we're parallel with the runway, which is about 12 miles or so, we'll descend down to 4,000 feet. And then 3,000 feet just before base leg. Alright, going to start descending down to 4,000 feet now. Just quite shallowly. Don't need very much, probably at about minus 800 feet per minute. We'll do the job. Just do a quick double check the landing lights and all are on, which they are. We're good. Go, we've just got about 10 more nautical miles, roughly, left of this downwind leg. Right, let's start the turn. 360. There we go, it's set. And we'll continue that turn all the way around to 060 degrees. And from there we can establish on the localizer. You know, suddenly we actually look to be bang on with this turn too. There we go, localizer's armed, so we'll capture that in a second or two, surely. There we go, localizer is captured. And I'm going to descend down to 2,000 feet. Further with the glide path, because apparently we're a little bit above it.
$2,500.
Speed 160 knots. And then we'll check what our approach speed is, 128. I thought I had all this filled in, obviously not. There we go. It's all filled in now, well. We've got the glide slope. We can take flaps 3. And the approach speed is 128 knots.
$1,000.
Okay, gear down. Oh gosh, what view have I gone into? Yeah, the FPS have completely ripped. But hey, it's Heathrow. Getting about 20 right now.
Approaching 09 left.
I'm going to keep the autopilot in as long as possible due to this lag. Right, we'll take it out now.
$500.
It is a little bit of a crosswind landing here.
100 above. 400.
So we are going to have to remember to decrab.
Minimum. $300.
I keep knocking it out of
200.
speed. The auto throttle by accident.
$100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Well, we're down in the middle of the runway-ish. Just to say, didn't quite decrab properly. I'll take that, considering the FPS and stuff. And then we'll vacate next right here. Right, we are going to Terminal 5. We're going to take 502. Wants to follow me? Yeah, because I have no idea where to go. For 502. Handling is by British Airways, which is good. Alright, let's get across the stop bar first. And then let this follow me car take us to gate 502. This some sort of a rally car. This one. It's doing donuts and everything there. Okay, follow me is arrived. Oh my god. Great England. Great England. There's 503 and then 502 is this next one to the left. Alright, let me turn off the taxi lights and all the exterior lights, and then we'll turn into the stand. And stop about there. Okay, I didn't fire up the APU because we're just going to put this back into cold and dark again, so we can literally just turn off the engines, and the battery is going to come off, everything. And yeah, that's it guys. So thank you very much indeed for watching today, as always, and hope you enjoyed this quick flight from Paris Plage over to London Heathrow. I certainly did. It was a nice short flight. It's always nice to do some flights that are short rather than constantly doing the longer flights. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed. This has been AviationGames. See you all again in the next video. For now, it's goodbye, guys.